would you like to harvest strawberries for 5 months? And normally our strawberry season runs from anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks in the springtime, and then it's gone. And if you're freezing and canning strawberries, then that's no problem. But if you want to harvest fresh strawberries from now until frost, you might want to try this new kind. Now, these are day-neutral strawberries. They're different than our ever-bearing strawberries that you plant that give you a little dribble of strawberries in spring and a little bit in the fall. These, it doesn't matter what the day length is. And they're different from June-bearing that you do get a nice dribble all summer long and not just that first big bang in the spring. Now, the fruit that they bear is smaller than June-bearing types, but there's nothing like having fresh strawberries all summer long. Now, with the day-neutral types, I've planted these very close together. They're anywhere from 4 to 6 inches apart. And the reason for that is that these strawberries do not runner freely. In fact, some gardeners treat them as annuals. They'll order some every spring, plant them, and enjoy a harvest all summer, and then not worry about getting them through the winter or developing a big bed. The only trick with growing these in Oklahoma is that they do not like high temperatures. And although we've planted them, and in about a month we'll start harvesting a few of the first berries, as we go into summer, we're going to need to provide some care for them and mulch over the top of them. When soil temperatures get up over about 85 degrees, the plants start getting into trouble and getting a little bit stressed. There is one pest that bothers them, that's the tarnished plant bug, and it can damage the foliage pretty severely. If that becomes a problem, you can use a row cover, a floating row cover over the top to screen them out. Now, so far as getting them through Oklahoma summers, through the heat of summer, that same row cover will help with that. Also, you might consider sprinkling a half-inch layer of wheat straw, clean wheat straw mulch over the top of them to shade the soil once it gets up over 85 degrees. Otherwise, they'll stop bearing for you. But I think they are a good alternative to Oklahoma gardens, especially if you want to have strawberries all season long, have some nice fresh ones. Now, the two varieties that I'm planting are Tribute and TriStar, and these were first developed by a researcher named Royce Bringhurst out at University of California. And where they came from was he remembered in his boyhood home up in the Rocky Mountains seeing wild strawberries that bore fruit all summer long. And being a strawberry breeder, he went back to his boyhood area, found some of these strawberries, and back-crossed them with our regular strawberries, and came up with ones that are what we call day neutral. Doesn't matter what the day length is, and they do very well. I think they're ones that you might want to try. Now, they're not generally available at local nurseries right now. You'll have to mail order them, but there are several mail order nurseries that carry them, and I think we'll see them more and more available as they become more popular in Oklahoma.
We hope you've enjoyed this classic from the Oklahoma Gardening Vault. Remember, even though these tips and techniques are timeless, there's always something new to learn in the world of gardening. By subscribing to both Oklahoma Gardening and OK Gardening Classics, you'll have access to a wealth of gardening knowledge, both classic and contemporary.